Hi. So let's continue to where we stopped of being Mona Lisa, of how I become the Mona Lisa. That time, we were carrying out a battle. We were sent for a battle to protect the needy from the griffins who take souls. Because when a flesh go into a deep sleep, we don't call it the ETH, because they just sleeping until the judgment. So they are not DEATH. They were just sleeping until the judgment. So we are sent for a battle to protect them, the needy who just went into a deep sleep, and then we go out from the portal from heaven. There's a portal to go straight to where you're going, where you are sent to. I was the leader. I was the leader, and I was their assassin. I was their assassin because I love my bow and arrow. So I was their assassin, and then we were sent to a place where there were no rain. There were rain, but only if heavens cry. If heavens cry. That's a part of it's in the dimension of 7 dimensions. And then I take lead, and then we were sent there. And then that's how we help the needy. We protect them from the griffin that trying to get them lost, because the griffin is a big bird. Oh it's a big with a long beak. He take the soul into his cast. He cast them into by the sea to a bomb. uh, ABOMINATION. He go to the big rock, higher rock, and then that's where he does it. And then we protect the souls, especially if they have my name, if they are in my book. Like if you, for example, you have your christening in my church, in the rock church, ecclesiastical. That's ecclesiastical one. Ano ko sa hiraraw lahay ganara, where I supposed to be known, but they made it wrong. That's why Father is so it's better for me not to speak about it, because it's let my gods. So I fell down to the seas, and then I become I become a tailed woman with no wings, as I was also the princess of the seas. So for us to live in the world of living, we must take an oath to protect them so we don't get lead into contamination of the world. So we don't get lead into the contamination. Now what has Sarah gulhay narala contamination. We don't get contaminated in the world as it is a sin for beings. So I feel down at the morning 4 a.m. because usually that's the finish time of the war for the angels and darkness. So 4 a.m. I feel down, and then when I feel down, I swim, and then went to the place. I cannot say its name in tetragramma because it is forbidden. It's not allowed. I look for the woman I look for the woman, the name of the Mona's mom. I look for her mother, and then I found it I cannot as a spirit. I was walking as a spirit. I found it and I saw it was empty. What you mean empty? The fruit in her womb is still empty and not taken. But they name it. It was Mona. It was named Mona. But when it come out, they name it Mona and Lisa. But the real should be Mona because that's what's my designated temple if I feel down again, because angels given three days. 3 days means 3 years in tetragramma. It's 3 days is 3 years. 3 years before we're allowed to go home. But because I fell down to the seas, the rune in me got washed away because seawater is what you call that, salty. And because it's salty, it gets into my body, and then because we're immortals, once the seas gets into our body, we're not allowed to go home until the body you are designed for you to be your temple. When it's happened like that, you go in. You cannot go home until that salt in your mortal in your mortal self, in the immortal beings, the angels that fell down to the seas as immortal are not allowed salts. We don't no salts, no salts. So when I see that it was vacant, I took it. I plant my padsakaruhali na ako na in here on the left side of her ovary. Like a feather. I plant my feather on the side of her ovary, left side, where I will come out. I will get in. I will come out. So that's you are confused, right? That is where angels come out on the side, because we are not allowed to get to humans because to come out from their ako daray ko na nila we're babies now, thus so we come out on the side. We only take the feathers off it when it's time. When it's time. And then we take it off, we plant it in here, like an injection for you humans. So we plant it here until the first cry of the baby, because that's how you get written in the dun sa taas, up there, who you are, what it is. That's why angels, when they fell to the world, they're always E in their names as an alias. E, eagle. Because we are angels, there's always E in the name as an alias. To be known they are angels. So, then after I write it down here, I sent it in I sent it in as it's already finished. That's happened when you take when you take feather from your feather, one feather, you take it in here, you inject it, and to write it all down to your heart, and then from your heart sent there, up there. When it was finished, I just put it inside, which it in your heart, it will become wings. You see those pictures if you Google about a heart with a wing. It's like almost so that's how we were scaled too. When your soul came out, or you fall into a deep sleep, that's how you go to, and I cannot, it's forbidden. And then you will scale, they will scale, I will scale, as I got the title na, I got the title of my yacht. That's how you get scaled. In a scale, on the left side is your feather, on the right side is your heart. If what's in your heart, heaven is in there, everything, and then if it's left like that, nothing happened to the feather, you cannot go. You have to work. How? This is our spirit does. You have to work through love. Why through love? You must work spiritually and love physically. To eat thy daily bread. What's daily bread? Knowledge. That is the 10% tithes you get in your Bibles, not what you think like this. It is not. It is a work spiritually and love physically. Love physically, work physically by helping the needy physically and helping the needy spiritually. That's how you become GEDS. GEOD. GOD. If you work spiritually, physically, you work spiritually. That's 10%. That's tithes of 20% tithes you get spiritually. If you work physically with love, that's 30% you will get from thy work with love. There's a bonus if you do that with love. Tithes in your Bible is not what you think it is. You give tithes to the only one true church. Church. T-S-I-R-C-H. C to reverse C-H-R-I-S-T. You do that. Not to any. Your ruptas. Ruptas. False leaders. That's happened. This is the proper meaning of the tithes. Spiritually work. If you do that spiritually, you get your tithes. If you do that physically with love, 20%, 30%. That is how your feather go up. But if it didn't go up, it means you are sinful. That is the meaning. That is how you are scale. Or what you must say, GUDGS. That's how I become the Mona Lisa. The first Mona in Lisa, Ablisa. It should be in Elisa. Because Elisa was my next life. As I wasn't allowed until the end. It was near for me to be born as Maria Gracia Tetragramma. Why Tetragramma? Because I was the queen. I was the queen of Tetragramma. The tabernacle of my father. Where Yeshua is a king. Kolay ka na ragalaran na dararang tarisong kadariola rin ako na that is what it was. That's the meaning of the tithes, and that's how I become Mona, the first Mona Lisa. We're doing this because they were trying to find out who did that to me. Now they know because I won't tell them. As I was hold on, I now because up there's a man called that and the son that he raped a queen. He raped a queen. There's only one queen, and it was I, the heaven and earth queen. Not the Miriam, you know. It was I. That's why he is still captive. That's how I become Mona Hakonde. It was on this 4th from Mona Hakonde to Elisa, and then Gracia, Grace, Mona Lisa to Elisa, first Mona to Elisa, or Lisa, because there were no surname long ago. Only name, the angels don't have it. So, Mona, then Elisa, and then Grace, Mary, this Mary, my third should have been Mary, and then the last is Mary. The very last is Mary Grace, Maria Gracia tetragramma. Why Maria Gracia tetragramma? That is, actually, it's not tetragramma, my surname. But it is what it means in speaking in tongues. Tetragramma. Why tetragramma? Because she will be taken to heaven alive in lalukan ni Allah. Ani. They did not take Maria. There's a meaning. It's a very, very long story. If I open the vault of Akashic, you won't believe the story, as it will be hard for you to accept why they were called Babylonian. But as everything is not my will, so if it's come out one day, then there's nothing I can do, because that's the will of my God. My God. So yeah, so this is the last. This is my, because end time, you are whole. All of you are whole from generations to generations to the last. That's why he said he will come back before this generation ends, because I already put you all together. Generations to the last, to the whole. You are whole. Let's say all in one. You are all already together from who you really are before, long time ago, in Bethlehem. Do you know where is Bethlehem? REMS. That is where the real Bethlehem was, in Mars. So that's how I become the first Mona Lisa. It was designated for me if I fell down to the world or wounded or get, in the battle and in your physical lives, you get the same thing. We angels too. That's why he said he will come in glory and gather his angels, because they are all I'm still calling some, but most of them are already gathered. Still some I'm looking. That's why I'm doing this, because they are all behind you on your left. For me, this is left, because this is where I am to him. And this is where my son. This is right, but I called it, this is because I am in the him. Right, left. This is where I am to Adonai Yeshua. And this is where my son seated. All this had happened in the realm of angels, just to protect you humans. Some angels are walking on the earth. Angel unawares. That is why you must not treat anyone or swear, curse anybody, because there are many angels on earth that feels down from the battle. And some got lost in the limbo. Like I. That's why I said, cleanse thy heart, because now the getting my light, the getting my vibration, those who are assigned to mark that are not with me when I came back down. Daruga sente orala ligala. Or he said I should not say it, it's forbidden. See, I have the many, I wish one out ko dala yung alara. Sorry na, tako dadala. Tabi o. Yan. So that's what happened. Angels protect those the needy. They are the souls who fall into the deep sleep, and we protect them that no griffins can take them, can snatch them from us. We work, but you humans, most of you are very lazy. Even my angels, they were in this world. They are little. They are just with their burning flame, where their flaming swords. But in this world, I see no wickedness. So many don't want to do anything. You just play and play and play and play and play and play. That's why in the end, they will get played also. So that's how I become a Mona Lisa, the first Mona Lisa. Taro ko sa nito ko, Shalom.